This is disgusting. Whoever watches this video, I know I'm going to get shit for it. Yeah, I'm in my own house, not at your house. But people can't understand. They can't understand. People are dying from tobacco inhalation and any other assorted disease that goes along. We have pumps on our back to walk because we can't get to the door, yet we still smoke. I say it because it's either I smoke that or I smoke that. One is bigger than the other, right? I mean, they're only cigarettes. But I enjoy the smaller one better. I've seen other guys do it. They were on the corner of my street. They were hiding in the corner. They were all smoking these little cigarettes. I said, what are they smoking? Wow, this must be good. So I went out to the store. I bought rolling paper. I rolled these really small cigarettes. I asked the kid. He says, well, I'll try. He says, maybe my tobacco is better. So I took some of his tobacco and I came home and I rolled one up and smoked. And I feel like I'm in heaven. I don't get it. All he did is give me some of his magic tobacco. Okay. Went down to work today. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because the water where I work, I feel like 25 years old. Every single time I go to the bathroom, every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes. Okay, we're back to, I don't have really much to say because this is my third video. Pick any card. In fact, can you see me? I'll just pick any card. I'll take this card. I'm going to make up a story of any card I pick. And I'll pick this card. They're all different, eh? Gotta be prepared. Whoa, baby! Guess what we got? We got a part that's on the 4. And we got a 7 of hearts. Both in the heart family. Therefore, how does man become a 7? Well, the only way man becomes a 7 would be this way. I'm going to show you why, okay? Because here's the 4. I mean, I can't do it from this side. Here's the 4, okay? Here's 3. 4 and 3 is creation. Disconnect or divide and connect. DC, okay? Now you always need that center 5. We know it's not in the center here, but in the cards, okay, they distinctly had to make this change. It was obligated. They had to put a 7 card like this. They couldn't put it any other way. BS. That's bullcock and garnish, okay? They could have did anything to this card. But you have to keep the spirit connected here, okay? You're connecting 4 here in this block to 4 here in this block. These two don't need to be connected up here. This is 1 and 3 creation. This is 1 and 3 creation if you put this together. Okay? 1 and 3 creation. But when you turn it this way, okay, I think the cards are the opposite. Oh my God, I never noticed this before. It can't be. Because what would the 2 be on each side? Alpha and beta, the spirit and this world. So they're showing you in the 7 card, okay, that you do not have the 2 or the 8 position on the tic-tac-toe. I'm going to have to write this out because otherwise you're going to think I'm cheating. Okay? I want to show you. Look. The 2, 4, 6, 8 is left out. I put it in black. In roulette, the design on the first 9 numbers is the same thing. You got 3 by 3 rows. You got a square, square, square. Okay? All this is telling you, it's telling you creation. The spirit is the center of the 5 of God, and the 9. Okay, the 9 is the, like I said, all creation, whatever the result is of 9. Like in man, 9 months, and the result is man's birth. Okay, that would go into you see 3, 6, 9. Creation of what? Is the creation asks the 9. The answer is the 6. So then we go on the first one, we've got 1, 4, 7. So we ask 1 spirit of God gives us what? It says it gives us a 4 angel in between. When you put God's Spirit, what do you get? Okay? Because God, it doesn't need the beta world. God is everything in one. Okay? The 147 is the 1 month of February, the 4 months of 30 days, the 7 months of 31 days. Have I told you in the last video how it goes? Well, on the 26th of the month, they usually call that Earth Day. 26 of anything. Okay? 26 cards. On the 27th of the month, they call it the beta world of God, 2 and 7. On the 28th day of the month, they call it the beta world that created the heavens. Why the heavens? Because there's another world other than the heavens that's not connected to these two worlds. Don't you think it's all connected? No. We're connected to the heavens. Don't you see how the heavens are? I'm just going to draw this. Look. That's the H. But we're actually divided with the H. And that's why I was telling you it becomes 2 cubes. Now you put 1 cube in front of the other cube, or 2 dice, and we end up with this long design here that I'm going to color in. 2 dice cubes together, split them in half, one is the heaven. It's the same thing as the cards, okay? And if you want to take a look at the 7 card, I mean, take out the dot in the center and you actually have that 6 card. So the 5 is just a connection, okay? But it's connecting to 1, 3, 7, and 9, okay? The 2 bottom ones, okay, is in the same row, okay? It's the same row. Every row is different. If you want to go across, you've got to connect the 5 spot, okay? I mean 3, 5, 7, 1, 5, 9. Then to work life, it's 4, 5, 6 with 2, 5, 8. Don't forget that 2, 5, 8. 516. Then we got the 4 card. Okay. Well, it's pretty simple. It's no longer a 4 card. It's now a 3 card. So this 3 card with the 4 in the corner would make 7. Wrong. We still have 4 hearts on this card. That's a representation heart, showing you the kind of wiring, okay, what wire we're set up on. We're set up on the red wire, which means the diamond suit. The diamond matrix, all in between the files, the way everything goes. You ever see the way it goes? This way the rain, this way the rain. Always creating the diamond shape, all the time. And yes, the droplets fall, they become the O's. When the bubbles burst, the air comes out, the humidity rises again. Water and air and bubbles. What am I down to now? This might be the 45 minutes of MrTacpans's uninterrupted, no commercial breaks. And you must now wear it. Don't forget, I don't always remember everything, you know? And how can I get that in there? So we got 2 more cards, so we put 6 cards up today. Anybody remember the first one, the 9? The most famous 9, if you haven't heard it in my last video, a discovery right here on YouTube on this Thursday afternoon, is that the 9 card is what the 3 card creates. If the 3 card is in creation to create a man, then the 9 will present itself and say, what did you create? Well, in 9 months for the number 9, we created man. So it is the number 9 for all creation. But I've been told, watch out for the 10, because the 10 is really mad. He says you're stealing it all from him. No, this is the end result of the totality. You see, when you put all and everything together and you come to 9, what it is, it's nothing, and it's not boxed off in one equation unless you say 10. 10 puts the equation into position. It's really hard to understand because we're always done at 9, because 9 completes. There is no 10. 10 is at the next level. It's the off level. When you finish the Monopoly game, your men may be anywhere, but in backgammon, your men have to be off the board. There's always a difference, a chance in a game. What are we going to talk about now? Bambi's spots. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. He had a red nose. They all had black noses. I have a cat with a black nose. I got a black tooth, but you women don't want to know that. No, I'm fine. All my teeth. Looking for a date. MrTacpans's, need a date? we need a date. We're a lot different in person. We're shy, unloving, outgoing. Then there's Pinocchio's nose. And he was bringing an apple to his teacher. Wait a second. An apple? A bushel of apples? The bush? The club is like a bush. George Bush. Bushels. Shells. Eggshells. Apples, bush, and eggshells. Apples come on trees. Trees have roots. They have a stump. They have bark, and God is just like the pound key as the cat is inside. Did I mix that one up on you? Sorry for that. Just a rotten apple has a worm, but you know what? They always say the one who goes to the library is a bookworm. So how bad is the worm? It depends on what position where he is. Well, then again, we have the apple, we have the poison apple, and then we have the big apple, New York City. What is it about the apple? What is it about the acidity in the apple? How colorful is that apple compared to gold? As we dip it in the honey and only think of the money, as we take our honey and we throw her out, she was too much. Like I said in a previous cassette, how are you going to pay for a prostitute if money didn't exist? Well, like I said before, just pay her back the same way she gave it to you. Give it right back to her. It's on you. Anyways, sorry, female audience. Don't worry. I've got my hand on all men. I don't mean it in that way. What I do mean, am I just caught? Did you just catch me on something? What I'm trying to say, or what I'm trying to make up for is, you know what? I take care of my own house, and maybe it's just me, but it's not that easy. It gets on my nerves. So how many days does it take to clean a 3.5? 4.5? Does it really matter? Is that the subject? We need to save the world. How do we save the world? How do we prepare ourselves for the next 3 years of the way me and MrTacpans's vision what's going to come off? Okay? I never will stick myself in a corner and tell you I know. Why should I put myself out there for no reason? For recognition of what? Of course of recognition. Because if I know something, Africa will smile a little more. Like I said, I took this into the cities and I took this out to Africa. Why out of the cities? As I said in the last cassette, the government can pay for the cities. I don't get it. I don't get it. You got to make just one money for the whole world, and you can't print anymore. Everybody's got to fix their budget, and the world's got to work together because. Well, we always want to go outside. We still can go. We're still going to make money. We're just not going to make as much. Maybe our salaries wouldn't have to be that high. $10 an hour. $1 in Japan. Oh my God. What's happening? Who's saving all this money? If we had to go to Walmart, they picked up all their stuff from Canada, and we picked up nothing from Japan. Will the people be broke? The Japanese will be without work. It's got to stop somewhere. Something's wrong somewhere, because if you just start doing what we have to do, how can you think of this? I mean, I'm a little off personal. What would we do? Oh, look at this tree bark. I have nothing to write on today. What would we do? Okay, so we have now all the people, we have all the food, and we don't need all these things. What can we do? What can we do? Well, first of all, what would there be? Just one company running all these things and everybody would make the same salary? You think that'll work? It can, sure. Communities. Between communities. Old western towns. Put all the towns back together. Let every town take care of their own budget. They don't have money, the town can't print any money. But the minute it comes up to the head of Canada, he can go out and print money because there's only a couple of guys who know. But when all the cities are involved, how can he print money? It just wouldn't work. But they need the money for it. All the towns are taking care of their own stuff now. If the town can't make it, they ain't going to print up for one town.